Hi, Jim.
Apologies to you. Okay. I made all sorts of notes in the announcements, and so you can feel free to ignore me.
Oh, wait, so ignore the notes?
If you must.
I feel like I'm missing a quote from the Princess Bride.
Okay. Because I just know my handwriting is not on the. It's not on the list of like readable.
If it helps, there are only 3 people that on this earth that can read my father's handwriting.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. As you're coming in, I'm going to invite you please to come as close to the center as you feel comfortable. There are lots and lots of chairs set up, but please come in. You have an outline. That's great news. I have it for you. Oh. Many copies, in fact.
I don't care. No, I didn't mean it that way. I particularly liked it.
That's great. I have, there's no design.
Right.
Wanting to. Wanting to put it down. How wonderful. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We're going to get started in just a moment. Welcome, welcome. I feel like we should sing. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. That's awesome. He was like, I put it on Discord. I don't know who. So I've been wondering. Treasure. Whoa, that's. I don't know the story. That's incredible. And this is who's in here. This person.
Excellent.
All right, everyone. As you come in, please come as close as you feel comfortable. We notice that the community's song shifts the more we come close together. So please feel free if there are seats in front of you that are empty. See, Jerry's like, come on to the front row. It really makes a difference for how it is we sing and how it is we come into the space to just, yeah, thank you. I think also a little bit of it is risk-taking. You sat down where you thought you were like sufficiently outside of the splash zone, and I'm inviting you into the splash zone, and I think that risk-taking actually helps us get ready for prayer a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Prayer as a risky endeavor. Correct. All right. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. For this I know, for this I know, that my body is a vessel for the song. That my body is a vessel for the song. Let the drum beat through me. Let the drum beat through me. Let the great bells ring through me. Let the great bells ring through me. Sing through me. Sing through me. For this I know, that my body is a vessel for the song. Let the drum beat through me. Let the great bells ring through me. Sing through me. For this I know, that my body is a vessel for the song. Let the drum beat through me. Let the great bells ring through me. Sing through me. Let it sing through me.
Shabbat Shalom. This is the second night this week that we've opened a ritual with a Serena Partridge song, and I have immediately released into tears. Both Tu B'Shvat on Wednesday night, and here we are, entering Shabbat Shira together. And I just want to, as we come in, even without singing any of the verses of Psalms, already be inviting us into a journey of softening, a journey of connecting, and of coming into place. My name is Rabbi Ariel. It is a real gift to be able to welcome you into this space, which is multimodal. I'm going to invite folks here in the sanctuary at 50th Street to wave to our friends on Zoom. Hello, friends. Hello to you all over this country. Unbelievable. And I'm so grateful to be leading with.
I'm Gail Zoffer, and for visual access, I'm a short, older woman with curly gray hair and red glasses.
Yes. There's truth-telling happening in this space. Gail's hair is gloriously purple and blue. So here we are. Gail, would you mind sharing a word about the sort of the organizing principle of this service?
Sure.
Your vision?
I thought it would be fun to feature melodies of composers who happen to be Shir Tikva members. So Serena Partridge is our first in that realm. So I'll let you know who is the composer when we get to certain things.
So just a word about what Shabbat Shira is. Once a year, so we read Torah in little pieces throughout the course of a year. And we, a few weeks ago, entered the book of Shmot, the book of Exodus. And here we are now in Parshat B'Shalach, in the Parsha where the Israelites are crossing from the squeeze, from the narrowness of their oppression into the wilderness, into this expanse of possibilities. And to get there, they move through the sea. And so once a year, Jewish communities around the globe ground in song, both Shirat Hayam, both the song of the sea that is read in Torah this week, and the expansive depths of song in our tradition and what those songs open up for us. And so this is our Shabbat Shira service. We have our glorious choir here that will be singing throughout the night, and just really grateful for this chance to let our voices join with the generations of singers who have sung in joyful times and in times of real sorrow and pain. And here we are, holding it and letting our voices fill this space. So thank you for being here. And I just want to invite all of us, whether these are familiar melodies or new, familiar words or new, please sing. Please sing. Lichvod Shabbat Shira, in the honor of Shabbat Shira, and also in the spirit of connecting with one another. Don't be worried about getting it wrong. It's kind of part and parcel of this whole thing. So just please feel invited with your fullness, and please come into this song together. We are celebrating a Benot Mitzvah this weekend. We're celebrating Gigi and Olivia, who I know are here, although I don't see you because there's so many people. Hello. So I'm going to invite you and your family to come down and help us light Shabbat candles. Come on down, or come on up. So let's turn together to page 12. Lechu neranena l'Adonai. Nari first lines of page 13.
This is Rachel Lipkins, Shirul Adonai. Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Barechu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Barechu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Shirul, Shirul Adonai, Shirul, Shirul Adonai, Shirul Adonai, Barechu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Barechu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato.
We'll turn to page 14, the very bottom paragraph.
Which was there? Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, U'Yishrei Lev Simcha. U'Yishrei Lev Simcha.
We turn to our colorful sheets, number 1, and we sing Ana Bechoach. These words that are, in their fullness, an acrostic that gives us all of the letters of God's longest name. But in these verses that we sing, these few words, these words invite us to release ourselves from whatever it is that's keeping us tangled up in the week that's just passing. So I want to invite you, if you want to take a moment and actually feel your body and say, ha, tangled up. Or take a breath, or just let yourself feel your body in space as we sing.
Ana bechoach yedulat yemincha, tatir tzerura, tatir tzerura, kabel rinat amcha. Sagbeinu, Zareinu, Nora, Ana Bechoach, Gedulat Yemincha, Tatir Serura, Tatir גדולת ימינך, תתיר צרורה, תתיר צרורה. Come rinat amcha, sagveinu tareinu. We will sing the first half of Lecha Dodi to a melody by Dennis Guillaume, who is on Zoom. So hello, Dennis, and thank you. Page 20. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el haveyuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litila la la la, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila la. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha, kumitzei mitoch ha'hafecha, Rav lach shevet be'emek ha'bacha, Vehu yachamol alaichem la la. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hidnari me'afar kumi, Lifshi bigdei tifartech ami, Al yad ben Yishai bet halachmi, Korva el nafshi ge'ala la. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alaich nigala. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
בעלייך, יסיס עלייך, אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן על כלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, פני שבת נקבלה, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי, על יד איש בן פזים ונשמחה ונגיד לה, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Hello.
Shabbat Shalom. So we're going to take the next 4 minutes to say hi to each other, to greet each other. I invite you, please introduce yourself to someone you don't know or haven't seen in a while, and we'll come back together. You'll know it's time to come back together because we'll start singing again. my apologies to those of you in the room. You only got 3 minutes of breakout rooms. They're getting 4. I was following the wrong timer. So my apologies. I hope you take advantage of the after service to reclaim your minute and really get a chance to connect. Ya la 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 la, ay ya la, ay ya la, ay la 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 yo, ay 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 la yo. We'll turn together to page 28 and rise in body and spirit for Baruch Hu.
La 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 la, ya la 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 la, Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. La 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la,
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. You may be seated. We turn together to page 30 and take a moment to bless light and dark, whether using the words on the page or just taking a moment to feel the impact of the days that are getting slightly longer each day, and the sweetness and the importance of the darkness at night. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים. As we sing about this Ahavat Olam, which is translated as everlasting love, but Olam is the world, this love of the world enduring. I want to offer a teaching by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Knowing that you love the earth changes you, activates you to defend and protect and celebrate. But when you feel that the earth loves you in return, that feeling transforms the relationship from a one-way street into a sacred bond. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו והם נגי יומם בלילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Please rise, as is your custom, on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם emet. We turn to page 40 and we sing these words that are lifted from Shirat Hayam, from the Torah that we read this week.
And it will be the first melody that we have from John Ornstein. So this is our old favorite and beloved, and we'll also have a premiere. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, oseh shelem, nora tehilot, oseh shelem. Ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, lay, ay, lay, lay, ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, lay, lay. Malchutecha ra'u ganecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zelianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, 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 ay, lay, lay, lay.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גם Israel. I'm going to invite our choir to come join us here on the bima as we sing for peace and we sing for protection on page 42.
keep us warm, filled with love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safely through the night. Hush me days as we lay down and close. Adonai, the Shalom, you shall shelter me, and my family beneath the shadow of your wings. Keep us safe and raise us up to life. So cushion and grow, vitamin and through every storm, you'll keep us warm, full of love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safe and light.
We'll turn together to page 44 and rise in body and spirit as we sing Vishamru. To remain standing as we turn to page 46. We'll begin time for personal prayer on page 46 and then have quiet until page 62 as the choir will bring us back from our personal prayer in song.
Shalom bimromav, Uyase Shalom aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, V'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'imru Amen, V'imru Amen. Vayivra Elohim et Hadam B'Tzalmo, B'Tselem Elohim bara oto. Vayivra Elohim et Hadam B'Tzalmo, B'Tselem Elohim bara oto. Yisrael v'kol yoshvei teva, Kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei teva, Kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei teva, Kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei teva, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim. Vayivra Elohim et Hadam B'Tzalmo, B'Tselem Elohim bara oto. Vayivra Elohim et Hadam B'Tzalmo, B'Tselem Elohim bara oto. B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim.
I feel like I have some responsibility to tell you what just happened. Thank you for the hard work that the choir has put in on this all month long. The choir is singing with only half of its bass section. Larry, take a bow. Larry is half the bass section. Jim Rudin is the other half of the bass section. Norton, well, we hope to get Jim Rudin one of these days too, but Jim Norton is on Zoom and watching and listening, and Jim, we hope you can come back with us very soon. Yeah, right. At around the time of October 7th and the immediate couple weeks afterwards, I felt like writing some music. So I thought I would find something in modern Hebrew poetry that would kind of suit all of the variety of emotions of the occasion and the trauma. Unfortunately, I was hampered by the fact that I really don't know any modern Hebrew poetry, so I looked through books by the one or two people I could name and really couldn't find what I was looking for that was suitable for a choral piece. It struck me that something about this was really elemental, simple, and something everybody knew in their hearts. And so it occurred to me, I thought we should combine a prayer for peace, and particularly the Reformed version of the prayer, Oseh Shalom, that has the universality built in, where it says not just peace for all Israel, but peace for all the inhabitants of the earth. And combine that with a piece of poetry that actually I do know, that's in Bereshit, in the first chapter of Genesis. It says, Vayivra Elohim et ha'adam b'tzalmo, b'tsalem Elohim bara oto. God created man in his image. Sorry, God created the human in his image. I was educated in the 1960s, so but created the human in his image, and it then repeats that. But B'Tselem Elohim is the phrase, and it's a phrase that's been promoted in various ways by Shir Tikva ever since October 7th. And combining those two things seemed to me to be a way to combine all of the depth of grief, anger, fear, trauma, just saying something that everybody knows and everybody needed to know. And unfortunately, it probably will need to be said again and again. So maybe this is a piece that'll be heard again one day. It'd be nice if it never had to be. So, thanks.
With so much gratitude to our beautiful choir and to John, thank you so much for your composition and for your heart and your belief in our singers and your belief in people. May we, small we and big we, heed this music, this call. We're going to pray for healing. This feels like a very fitting transition. We'll pray for healing using a prayer that was written by Gail. And I'm going to invite, after Gail offers this prayer, there will then be space for you to share names of people who are in need of healing of body and spirit.
Mishaberach imotenu, Mishaberach avotenu, Mishaberach avotenu, Mishaberach imotenu, Avraham, Sarah, Yitzchak, the Rivka, Yaakov, Leah, the Rachel, Elna, Rafanallah, Elna, Rafanallah, Elna, Rafanalanu, Elna, Rafanalanu.
Tonight we're praying for
Elna, Rafanallah, Elna, Rafanallah, Elna, Rafanallahu, Elna, Rafanallahu.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So I have perhaps not the most auspicious beginning for a Devar on Shabbat Shira, which is a confession. I have never felt less inclined to sing Shirat Hayam, to sing the song that the Israelites sang as they crossed the sea. I have never felt less access to a triumphant voice. I don't feel inclined to want to read Shirat Hayam in community. The idea of singing it or chanting it makes me a little queasy. With this relentless war in Gaza, with no end in sight, and with a fractured sense of communal commitment to working for peace and equity, with no apparent political will to bring hostages home, how are we to sing this song of praise in gratitude for our mythic ancestors' redemption? Now, I trust our tradition enough to look for the learning, and I pay attention to my resistance and my sense of push to know that this is the teaching. I just know this year I need to look pretty hard. So I return to this epigram that I shared a month and a half ago by Bertolt Brecht, which is translated as, "In the dark times, will there also be singing?" Yes, there will also be singing about the dark times. And I think I'm turning to it again and again because I don't think I know what he means. Or I don't totally know how to live it out. Is this statement a token of hope, a testament to human resilience, or is it an expression of a crisis of imagination, that it's hard to say anything original or useful in difficult times, that our talk becomes cyclical or cynical or cliche? So as we read this Shabbat, the story of the Israelites singing as they walk across the sea, our tradition opens for us a prism of possibilities, opening ways of accessing our ancestors' song from the narrowest place, and opening the possibility of our own song from the midst of this terrible time. In Mechilta de Rabbi Yishmael, which is a midrash on the book of Exodus that was compiled in the 3rd century, Midrash imagines that righteous women in the generation that left Egypt were so confident that God would perform miracles that they decided, as they were preparing to leave Mitzrayim, to bring their drums and their timbrels, that they were going to bring their tools of praise and celebration. Even before they had any reason to trust what was coming, they opened themselves to the possibility that they would want to sing. Our mythic ancestors, by choosing to bring drums and tambourines in place of maybe more practical provisions, opened the way to what our tradition understands as the first collective song. They made space for the possibility of joy in the midst of departure without knowing whether they'd be able to use those instruments on the other side. And let's remember that those people carrying those instruments were not a collective yet. They weren't a band. Instead, they each carried their own instrument. They each carried their own song's potential. They carried the seeds of the song, the quiet rhythm of the drums bumping against their backs, maybe, or the shimmering sound of tambourines as they shifted. So let's imagine each of these people carrying their instruments. But if you zoom out, to anyone listening, hadn't the song begun already? Rabbi Akiva teaches in Masechet Sanhedrin, Zamer b'chol yom. Zamer b'chol yom. Sing every day. Sing every day. This is good Torah for the choir. The text continues, Hu amel bimkom zeh v'torato omelet lo bimkom acher. The singer does their work in this moment, in this reality, and the Torah that's carried by their song does work in another world, which the tradition reads as does work in the world to come. So the song of our lives, according to Rashi's commentary on this verse, help us bridge between our world and the world as it should be, with joy, with song. We draw new possibilities closer with our song. We draw justice closer. We shift our reality by returning day after day to song. Rabbi Kalanimus Kalman Shapira, the Piazetzner Rebbe, who taught Torah from the Warsaw Ghetto, taught a person should make ladders for themselves by which they can sometimes go up to heaven. And the nigun is one such ladder. Now, the Piazetzner Rebbe is not advocating escapism. The Nigun instead offers us a chance to see our lives from a different perspective, a chance to connect with the fact, the knowing that we are not alone. So he teaches, don't be restricted to those times when you're in the company of joyful Hasidim. Don't wait till you're already in a room full of people singing. In your home, whenever you're in the right mood and you're able to sing, do it. He teaches, and you don't have to sing loud. You don't have to raise your voice, for it's possible to sing in the merest whisper and have it heard in heaven. Now, reading this teaching this year, I find myself worrying. Is this the song we sing during times of struggle? Each of us whispering from our own place, whispering our song to heaven. We've moved so far from the paradigm of our people crossing through the narrows together. And I think that this worry that I'm feeling is sort of an early COVID panic, that feeling of all of us sitting on Zoom with our microphones turned off, not being able to hear one another. Now, this is before the Makom Minyan came and taught us how to daven with our microphones on, embracing cacophony. But I think it's a question of, in times of struggle, how do we hold our collective song? But if I follow the Piazetzner's invitation all the way into the image, all the way into the image of a person sitting at home, singing quietly, I realize, might it not be possible that in that moment of whispered song, that person hears bird song outside? Even when we're whispering a tiny song, might we have the possibility of noticing and receiving songs around us? So we sit singing and we hear songs of life, or we hear songs of grief, sounds of yearning, sounds of courage. In the images of the Talmud, the sounds of the donkey braying and the dogs barking and the baby suckling in the middle of the night. This collective voice, this voice is all around us. It's knitting us up. It's waiting for us to breathe our song, aim our voices, connect, and draw closer. Even as we offer our soul's song up, we have the potential to receive someone else's. So I think this is a year to heed God's challenge to the angels who offered songs of praise as the sea closed over the Egyptians. You sing as my creations drown, God asks. In the dark times, will there be singing? There will be singing, say the angels, about the dark times. The angels will sing and we will sing too, but the song we sing must be a song that's connected to our world, connected to this moment. A quiet song from the depths of our broken, yearning, loving hearts. I pray that your song and my song might join and gather with the song of all life and grow stronger in love. This Shabbat Shirah, there's room for it all, for a song of triumph and a song of grief, the song of our own hearts, and I pray the possibility that if we sing with our hearts cracked open, a collective song of determination and courage, of grief and urgency, a song of this moment, of this Shabbat Shirah. So let our earth song call us back to our hearts, and let our hearts call us back to our next right action. Shabbat Shalom. So I'm going to invite us to open to the possibility of blessing. To sing along with me, I'll invite our Zoomers to bless us. The blessing is found on number 3 in our song sheets. Hamalach hagoel oti, hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, vayikarev bahem shemi, B'Shem Avotai, B'Shem Avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'Yigul Harov, v'Yigul Harov b'kerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, כפריים וכמנשה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יללי Yalalai, 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 yalalai. May we always bring our timbrels on our journeys. May we all be a little kinder next week. May our quiet songs, taken together, offer a ray of light and strength, providing courage to find a path to peace and hope. May we continue to sing alone and together. May we be able to sing the same song together. May our individual, still small voices raise collectively for peace and healing. May music both soothe and strengthen us in times of trouble. May we listen to the songs of creation that surround us. May we all find the songs that we need to connect to in the place we're in. May we sing from our souls as we connect to each other's songs and souls across time and space. May we share our voices and rhythms until we hear harmony. May we give over to the quiver in our voice. May we loosen our tight fist around judgment to open our palms for compassion. May there be a ceasefire and a freeing of hostages. May the earth heal from climate change. May we have hope for humanity and Mother Earth. Ken yehi ratzon. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Just to reflect as we pivot between this part of the service and the seal of our service. Last week, for those of you who are here, I was like, I have 2 Divrei Torah, and I think we need to have a conversation, which will happen on February 8th. We'll send out information on Monday. And tonight I experienced this feeling of offering Torah and then receiving tikkun and the filling in the cracks and crevices of my Torah through the blessings that you offered, Zoom community. So it felt like we were inside of a conversation together. So just want to offer profound gratitude for this community of teachers of Torah and receivers of Torah, and thank you for the ways that we hold each other so generously and well. So yasher koach. We'll begin to conclude our service. We'll turn to page 284 for Aleinu, and I invite you please to rise in body and spirit. We'll sing words that are 4 lines from the bottom of the top paragraph. turn now to Kadisha Tome for Mourners Kaddish. It's the tradition in our community to share names of people that we're remembering who have died recently or who have died at this time in years past, and to share a story, a brief story, 1, 2, 3 sentences about the person you're remembering so we can remember them with you. So I'll read our community's list, and if I don't read the name of the person you're remembering, just raise your hand at the end of the list, and I'll come to you with a microphone, and please share the name of the person you're remembering and something about them. So we're in Shloshim, we're in the first 30 days since the death of Helen Goodman, beloved member of Shir Tikva, and Jude Mollenhauer, Sophie Guterrel's grandmother.
My grandma was really devoted to people she loved and to her music. She was a harpist, and I learned so much from her about showing up for people and finding joy in every day and learning with rigor and love for what you do, and I'll miss her a lot.
We observe the yard sites of Sylvia Applebaum, Jamie Kavanagh's great-grandmother, Irving Armour, Emmy Higgs Matzner's grandfather, Margaret Barr, Michael's wife, Jacqueline Bergman, Mona DeWayne's mother, Ruby Berkowitz, Sheldon's mother, Dorothy Frank Freschel, Ginny Levy's mother, Louis Goldie, Dorothy's father, Larry Hork, Deb Hork Bailey's father, Manuel Kane, Ellen Stetner's father-in-law, Dorothy Kravitz, Becky Saltzman's grandmother, Mimi Marvey, Vicky Lynn Marvey's mother, Joel Newberg, Elaine Frankowski's brother, Marlene Ornstein, Howard's mother, Roger Reese, Ari Lily Dahl's grandfather, Harold Smith, Aaron's grandfather, Aaron Stovitz, Steve's father, Ruth Tannick, Sharon Kaluser's mother, Donald Walker, Michael Barr's brother-in-law, and Ben Wallach, Stephen Levy's brother-in-law. Are there other people that we're remembering tonight?
I'm remembering Maury Lieberman, and I'll keep this short because I didn't know him well. His parents were friends with my parents. They were Holocaust survivors. And he was older than me, so I didn't really see him much. And in the last few years, I just would see him at occasional from a Shabbos dinners. But anyway, he passed away about a year ago, and so he didn't have too many people to pray for him. So I'm one of those that will.
We recently lost Stuart Orzoff, who was my father-in-law for a very long time and is my daughter's grandfather. He taught me how to love like an Orzoff, which is so fully in your body, in your face, in your soul. His love for his wife. The day I made him a grandfather by giving birth to my daughter, he truly taught me how to be a truly loving person.
My brother Ben died about 6 weeks ago. He was a music teacher, and I want to tell the story of the day that he shared that he had perfect pitch. We were probably 11 and 13, and we were sitting waiting to perform with the youth choir for the synagogue, and the choir director was telling us what perfect pitch was, and he said, "Oh, I can do that." And she said, "No, you can't." And he's like, "Yeah, I can." And we happened to be standing right next to a piano, so she kind of went over and banged on the piano and then pressed a note, and Ben correctly identified the note every single time. It was a gift that he had.
Recently, I've been remembering my grandfather, Misha Milvitsky. He died about 1.5 years ago, but he was the only person I ever played chess with, and I played chess with him every time I saw him. And recently, I played chess for the first time since he passed away. And whenever we played, he always made me win. If I made a wrong move, he corrected me. And needless to say, I did not win my chess game, but I am still very grateful for all the games I played with him.
I just want to say the name of Kenneth Eugene Smith, who was executed last night in the state of Alabama, using a method that had never been used before. It did not go well.
It is the one-year yard site of my nephew-in-law, who was just an amazingly joyful person. And he died while skiing down a mountain, the thing he loved so much, and we are still trying to all still absorb that.
I got to meet with some really cool disabled people today. I'm disabled myself in a multitude of ways, but it was also a really powerful reminder. We had a lot of conversations about medical abuse and institutionalization and the people that we have lost to medical neglect and to, and I brought up my uncle who was likely autistic and lost his battle with depression, I guess is the euphemism a lot of people use, but probably because he never got the support he deserved. And it's not Disability Day of Mourning in particular, but I said a lot of names today, and I shared a lot of stories from people that I've known. So here's to all disabled people who didn't make it out of institutions, who have been lost to medical neglect, and who lost their own battles with mental illness because they didn't get the support they deserved.
My Uncle Paul passed away this past July. He was very, very important to me in a variety of ways, but I'm thinking of him now more than ever. He really liked the snow, even though we don't have much of it. But something that is really important that I have a memory about him is he is on my biological father's side, and that is a very staunchly Catholic family. And he was the first member of that side of the family to accept me for being gay, which is huge.
Today is my friend Parker Matzinger's yard site, and Parker was a really special person who was just so full of love and was so ready to change the world like every day. And he was an amazing musician and activist and wildlife conservationist who loved bats, and he is deeply missed by many people.
Before we stand for Kadisha Tom, for Mourner's Kaddish, I'm going to invite us to sing Ose Shalom, a chance to open our hearts and hold the unholdable of the extremity of violence that has been happening in Israel and Palestine since October 7th and before, but just holding that, this long moment we have been living in for many months now.
Oseh shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, seek peace below. Join hands to bring peace to Israel, to bring peace to every soul. And let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen. And let us say,
Amen. Let's rise in body and spirit on page 294, Kadisha Tov. Amen. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Fro to come join us here on the Bima to offer announcements. And I'm also going to let Abe, Zis, and Gina and Olivia know, just once Fro is done, I'm going to invite you up onto the Bima.
Hey. Oh, introduce myself. All right. I am the bluish brother in blue, the curly-headed cutie, the goofy guy, not the goofy goy that they call Fro. Hey. Thank you for being here with us tonight. It is a pleasure diving in with y'all tonight. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to the usher table over yonder. Please separate the song sheets from the siddurim. Mazel tov to Gina and Olivia Keller on becoming B'nai Mitzvah. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible. Rabbi Ariel, Gail Zoffer, the Macomb Minion, David Bailey, Julie Jacobs, and Lori Sweet. Thank you to our Shomrim for your steady presence. Wow, I'm not on tonight. Appreciate it. Where are we at here? I guess I have to start over. And thank you to the Love Kessler and Quintus Latcher families for hosting Oneg tonight in honor of Gina and Olivia Keller becoming B'nai Mitzvah. The spread out there, I haven't tasted it, but it looks delicious. I haven't tasted it. All right. Oh, Yashar Koah to John Orenstein and our choir, so beautiful. Find all our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news and on our website. New adult education classes launch next week. Check them out. Oh, next week's Shabbat service will be a mask recommended service. If this isn't the best fit for you, please join us on Zoom. Howdy, Zoom, folks. Next week is a new members dinner. Contact Nicolina for more info. A reminder that your community is here to support you, so please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change so they can activate, I'm going to try a new one here, the Shir Tikva Awesome Response Team, or START. Sanaz was not catching on.
Thank you so much, Yashar. So I'll invite Abe and Gina and Olivia to come up on the bima as we get ready to bless grape juice and challah. Abe is representing his B mitzvah class. Do you want to hold the boxes? I'll hold the microphone. Okay.
Gina and Olivia, this is something I wish somebody told me before my bar mitzvah. Don't worry about it. And when your service comes tomorrow, just be in the moment, embrace everybody that is watching you, and it will go so fast.
Yay.
Good luck on your B'nai Mitzvah, and here's your Kiddush cup.
Yay. Beautiful. So do you want to stay up here as we bless? So we're going to bless our grape juice. That's actually really good advice, Abe. I feel like I want you to tell that to new rabbis also. Do you want to hold the Kiddush cup? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikraei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta im kol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'beratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Would you like to take a little sip? Nobody? Oh, okay, l'chaim. Wow, that's lovely. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz ad b'tei avon. If people want to come up and grab challah, we'll end with song. Ya la la la, ya la, I la la la, la la, I la la Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Let's go enjoy the oneg and Yasher Koach. That was my attempt at MJ Gilbert's beautiful nigun.